All right. Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. DaCruz here. And I'm going to read some stories to you. And I'm going to try to do this every day. I miss you all so much. And I think about you, and I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well here. Getting some things done around the house. And this is my art studio. I know that a lot of you, I've told you all about my art studio in the past, and so this is where I do my art. I don't know if you can hear it, but right next to me is the washer and dryer. So I'm in my basement of my house, and so this is my art studio. So anyways, I'll do a little quick turn. So that's all my supplies, my inspiration board, supplies, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, electrical. So anyways, and that's another thing. And all my brushes and stuff. So this is what I do at home when I tell you about my art. So this is where I'm at. And I just finished a couple paintings. I'll show them to you. And I can tell you how to do it, and you could do it at home too. So why don't I do that first? We'll make this fun. All right, so this is what I just did the other day. And all right, so here it is. Is that good? Yeah. And so these are all different shapes. And if you look at it closely, what shapes do you see? Let's see. See rectangles, squares, triangles, right? And this long shape, that's also a rectangle too, right? It's super long. This is a rectangle. There's some lines. So this was done using something that's called tar paper. Now, tar paper is what they put on the roof when they fix your roof. So this is basically, it's tar paper, and I drew out the shapes and I painted them in, and then left the lines. Well, that's another, actually, I'll teach you how to do that another time. So I know a lot of you guys have chalk, and you can do all sorts of things with chalk and paper, construction paper, and paint or crayons even. So we could do that another time. So anyways, got a little off topic, but I kind of do that sometimes. So anyways, this is what I'm going to read to you right now. It's called We Love Hot Coffee. And it's written in English and also Amharic. Amharic is the national language of Ethiopia. I know a lot of you kids have seen this book in the past. I brought it to school and we talked about it. So I will read this to you today. I need to find my other books. I have a bunch of kids' books up in my attic because my kids are bigger now. So anyways, let me read this book. We Love Hot Coffee. And you know how much I love hot coffee. Can you say buna? Buna. Buna is coffee in Amharic. And I know that a lot of you guys remember that. Buna. Mrs. DaCruz always has her buna in the morning. So this book was written by Caroline Kurtz and illustrated by me, Mrs. DaCruz, Gina DaCruz. And this book, you can actually find it on Amazon, and these books are actually sent to Ethiopia, and the children can read it there. All right. We love hot coffee. On feast day, my sister lays down sweet grass. See how she's putting down the grass? There you go. I love the smell of the incense I am happy. She's sniffing it in. Mama washes the coffee beans. She blows on the fire. Now these letters up here, those are English language, and down below, that's Amharic. That's what the letters, they're actually sounds, not letters, in Ethiopia. That's how things are written. She stirs the coffee. They smoke. They say pop, pop, pop. Mama shares the coffee smoke with everyone. That smells really good. I love the smell. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Sister pounds the beans. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Everyone talks. I listen. It's done. Mama never spills a drop. Look, Mommy is pouring the coffee for her family. I sit very still. They drink the coffee hot, hot, hot. Sip, 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 they say. Now, no one talks. I listen. I love that sound. Sip, sip, sip. Everyone is happy. I am the happiest one of all. Coffee and love are best when they are served hot. The end. Now I'll read this part to you about the story so you can learn a little bit more about coffee in Ethiopia. In southwest Ethiopia, during the time when the author of this story was growing up there, coffee grew wild in the forests of what was then Kaffa province, which might well be where coffee originated. Coffee still grows wild there, but now it's also being cultivated in shade plantations within the area's forests. Hopefully, shade-grown coffee as a cash crop will help preserve some of the southern forest block of Ethiopia. All over the country, Ethiopians naturally feel proud of their plant. now loved around the world, and have developed an elaborate coffee ceremony as well as numerous proverbs about coffee. Caroline heard these proverbs in Amharic and wanted to use them in a Ready, Set, Go book, but it took her a while to figure out how to write a story for children about an adult drink. With Mrs. DaCruz's bright, happy illustrations, this story is sure to be loved by children in both the U.S. and Ethiopia. So, that was a story about how coffee is drunk in Ethiopia. And if you notice, it's a little different than we do it here in the United States, but you could still do it like this too. I do it sometimes during special times. If you look back, the mummy washes the beans, and she gets the fire going. And actually you can roast green coffee beans and turn them into coffee. Well, you'll get the coffee beans ready and they'll get nice and brown. They start out green and then they turn brown, shiny. And then you grind them up, and boy, oh boy, let me tell you, it smells really good. And you have to pound them to grind them. I tried doing that, and let me tell you, it takes a lot of work. I like to use the electrical grinder because that is super easy. And so then when it's time to serve the coffee, Mommy pours it, and guess what? If you can hold this up, this is called a jabena. Can you say that? Jabena. Say jabena. Good. If you hold up the jabena really high, you'll get a single little drip of coffee going down, and the higher you get it, the better you are at it. I'm still trying to work at that. And so everyone is drinking. And guess what? In Ethiopia, when you have coffee, guess what you have with it? Let me see. Oops. Is it not here? Let me show you. Here it is. Right here. Popcorn. So it's something you can munch on while you're drinking your coffee. And that's pretty customary. Popcorn or popped barley. It's a little smaller. It's really crunchy, really tasty. So anyways, this is the first book that I'm reading. It's called We Love Hot Coffee. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I will read more stories to you. I have a couple others that I illustrated, drew the pictures for the books. And then I'll find some other really good books that I know you guys will love. So I hope this was fun for you. It was lots of fun for me. I miss you all so much, and I hope to see you all soon, and we will keep in touch. All right? Bye.